If the students come, it automatically adjusts the amount of the impact fee. If the students don't come, then it's flat.
That's Flagler School's board member Trevor Tucker weighing in on what he called a strong compromise on impact fees.
We did a study, and the study said that we needed $7,100 as our impact fee, and we have come down from that. I feel like that's a good compromise, but I do feel that is the fairest way for our community to move forward. Impact fees is one of the only ways for us to collect revenue in order to build a building. We still are paying right now out of our impact fees Buddy Worth, the building between Buddy Taylor and Wadsworth Elementary School, the expansion of Bunnell Elementary School, and those were bonded out quite a long time ago, but we're still using impact fees paid for those student stations and those bonds.
Separately, the half-cent sales tax is also up for renewal. Tucker explains what those funds are used for.
Our technology, capital funds, and safety and security needs. It can only be spent on those three things. It cannot be spent on operational costs. Right now, every student has some type of device, whether it's an iPad in the lower grades or when you're in high school, it's a laptop. Without that, those students don't have that tool. It's there as a tool for education. It's like having a great textbook because now you have unlimited amount of information at your fingertips.
The half-cent sales tax can also be used to offset capital costs of new school construction. Voters head to the polls to vote to renew or reject the tax in November. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Deputies say an inmate at the Flagler County Jail will face additional charges after he attempted to send himself a birthday card containing contraband.
Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputies recently busted an inmate trying to smuggle Suboxone strips through letters addressed to him from outside the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate facility. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
An inmate already being held in the Green Roof Inn now faces additional charges after he had a friend mail him narcotics in a happy birthday card. So we say happy birthday to the inmate, but the gift that you got is additional felony charges for introducing contraband into a jail. So I hope you like your additional felony charges. The investigation is continuing, and we're trying to locate the person that mailed the narcotics into the jail so that this individual can join their friend. Maybe they'll be cellmates and can think about their consequences of their actions. We check the mail that comes into the jail, and I want to commend our employees for doing an outstanding job in identifying the narcotics.
Sheriff Staley says detectives found a birthday card with appealing corners. They inspected it. They discovered a silver strip of tape located in between the card paper containing 2 strips of Suboxone. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
A Palm Coast firefighter retires after more than 3 decades of service.
Battalion Chief Sean Major joined the department in 1991 and completed his last shift on May 6th. Lieutenant Patrick Giuliano offered this assessment of his colleague.
Probably one of the most influential firefighters and fire officers that we had, who was both a mentor and a leader and a trusted brother to all of us. And he definitely walked silently with a heavy stick, to where his impact here was so influential amongst all the members, and we're certainly going to miss him, and we appreciate his service for these last 31 years.
Giuliano says Sean's contributions to Palm Coast will last well past his retirement.
He was here as we began to transition and as we began to grow as a city and a department, and for him to be able to share that knowledge and that wisdom and that encouragement with our younger generation speaks volumes to our succession planning and our abilities to be able to prepare future generations of our department to step up and lead.
Sean's son Tyler Major was a department intern and will follow his dad as a career firefighter. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
Dozens of Flagler, Palm Coast, and Matanzas high school students are part of the Junior Chamber of Commerce, but the program almost never happened. The idea for the Junior Chamber initially fell victim to COVID. Brian Sudrain is a senior at FPC High School and president of the Junior Chamber. He tells us the idea actually began with the old chamber.
And so I worked with them for about 6 months. And then COVID hits and they sadly go under. So then I waited for about 3 to 4 months, just stuck in my house like everyone else, basically. And then I saw this Observer article talked about the new chamber. There was an email link at the bottom, and I emailed, and then 2 weeks later I got a response from this guy called Mr. Blose, and then we met in person, and the rest is history, basically.
Now that the program is up and running, Brian Sudrain talks about the present and future of the Junior Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, so I'm the president, and I'm a senior, so I'm graduating in less than a month, and we've already figured out our replacement at FPC, but we've also created a 501c3, and that basically is going to support our expansion plan into other chapters. We've already created a chapter at Daytona State College, and so I'm hoping to expand it to different areas and expand it to Matanzas and make bigger and better things.
The Junior Chamber was established in partnership with the Palm Coast Flagler Regional Chamber. What happens if you don't pay your property taxes on time?
The interest rate adds up, and eventually, says Tammy Conkey, the Director of Taxes for Flagler County, your property goes to auction. She said that her lien, though, beats even the IRS.
If it's sold for back taxes, the IRS can come back and say, we don't like that, you need to have another sale, but that very rarely happens.
Conkey said that if the taxes are not paid on time, interest and fees will add up, and they'll be included in the tax certificate price at the auction. Listen to Real Estate Matters on Saturday mornings at 11 here on WNZF and anytime on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, bed taxes and tourism. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.